Alright, so I'm still eating. I just want to show off something that should be done maybe by now. I got him. Oh, it's not actually done. Wow, 7 more hours! Holy crap. Inquisitor. Here's the thing. I don't even have a mask. Thus, when the Orlesian Empress invites me to engage in real peace talks, I get nervous. I don't know what Orlesians mean when they say that, but I hear it involves poison and dancing. Perhaps both at the same time. I'm told you know Empress Celine and she owes you for that whole saved your life business. Considering you also helped save mine, perhaps the Inquisition could help make these talks happen? I got this mission last night after I turned the camera off, and I just had to take it. 7 more hours remaining. Speaking of which, contact the hero Ferelden. 2 hours remaining. We also ensured that good Sir Ruth would die properly. Returning soldiers report that the Warden led the charge of the deep roads that could be heard leagues away. They struck at Darkspawn Enclave that had all the hallmarks of a future breeding colony. She fell while battling what they claim was a Herlock emissary. Unfortunately, 3 of our soldiers died as well. I understand it. All 3 were the last of their family, having lost the rest in the Blight. The location was marked with Inquisition insignia, should travelers find it in the future. I have not finished eating, by the way. I've only had...
Any news on rifts beyond reach of the Inquisition?
Yes, and it is not good.
I am still eating, yes. I need another soldier mission.
Work?
There we go. Okay. Really, Mraid? Nice. What could I do to entertain you guys while I eat? I guess I could just play the game on silent. That's a good idea.
How bracing to be in the thick of the game again. The last time I was at Alam Shiral was Countess Letienne's wedding. There were a dozen affairs, 5 secret alliances, and a duel between 2 chevaliers over the vintage of an Antivan port. But until the Duchess was en masse, I've never seen the Winter Palace in shock.
The nobility needed a shock. Corypheus played them all for fools.
I agree completely. The game's become increasingly insular in the past few years. Corypheus skillfully took advantage. It's disturbing so few people in the Orlesian court were aware of the Duchess's machinations.
The Empress realized she was in danger.
She's always in danger. Those loyal to her should have practiced more vigilance. But let's not lose sight of victory. Your actions at the ball have secured us allies and favors alike.
Playing the game was thrilling. We did just make history.
Indeed. Tales of this affair have begun circulating in Val Royeaux. Although I do wish Varric would show a bit more restraint in his accounts of the evening.
Just picture Varric. Okay. It was a hard ball. The kind where there's daggers in every back and wine in every goblet. Everyone was looking to get an angle on everyone else. And everyone else was getting an angle. I'm gonna stop now. I'm not good at that. I was going for a noir thing.
I do not believe a reminder is necessary for this accused. Her capture and disgrace could not have been more public. Grand Duchess Floriane de Chalon, although her titles are among the dignities already at risk of forfeiture. You spared her life despite her treachery. What becomes of it now falls to you.
Out of your element, Floriane. Welcome to the Inquisition. My party.
Despite her posture, Lady Floriane has acknowledged your authority.
Should I curse you on behalf of the Elder One? I realize he had no intention of honoring the concordats I manipulated. Do as you must. I respect your mastery of the game, even as I despise your victory. Celine does not know her fortune.
Okay, my mic was muted, so you didn't hear me just burst out laughing. Look at option 6. Notice death is not an option here, by the way. So, for record, the reason number 1 is not an option is I would never trust someone this stupid to work for me. Anyone who is willing to make a deal with a creature like Corypheus and expect him to fulfill his part of the bargain and sell out her entire country, her family, and her friends for the end of the world, basically, and this dream of unification under a new deity is an idiot. For reference, I would choose number 4. This wasn't even a choice for me, to be blunt. 6 is amusing, but 4 is what I would choose as a leader. I suppose I'll turn the webcam back on. Hi. So, what do you guys think we should do? Well, apparently, we'll be doing the silly thing. You win. Silly punishment. Oh!
She has caused no end of misery. It's time she brought some joy. Grand Duchess Florian de Chalon, jester to the Inquisition, in flat shoes.
History's greatest malevolence, Inquisitor. I am the jest of Orlais already.
I do find it interesting that killing her was not an option. Exile? No. Someone like that needs to be kept nice and close. Besides, exile is just throwing away a potential resource. I would have put her to work in the ditches. Let her learn humility the way I learned it. Hello.
I need to have a few words with my publisher. The first one will be you, and the second one will be Bastard. They've claimed for years my crime serials don't sell in Orlais. So why is the Council of Heralds asking me for autographs? Sorry, distracted. Anyway, you need something?
Nice.
Carry on.
Nope, banana. Not until I unlock a specialization. Oh, that's right! I was gonna wait until we were on the stream to do the specialization thing. Which is over here. By the way, hello to everyone who I have not said hello to yet, which is everyone. So, hello to everyone. So, we've got various people over here.
This is a fine fortress. It's very quiet. I wonder if you tire of quiet. I am keen, Inquisitor. I bring the Maelstrom, the Tempest. Are you interested?
You've told me nothing. How can I know?
Then you can sit and wait, or you can leap. They say you're in charge. I say from where? From the thick of things? From the fore? That's how you create victory. You wade in, smash a glass, make a mess, and change the battle.
What is an Inquisitor? A meaningless pile of secrets!
But when you're the Tempest, you're someone to follow.
So I have no idea what these 3 specs are, like, at all. Is there any info on this?
Why would this suit me?
It suits you if you make it suit. There's no way to make elemental chaos sensible if you're not the type.
See you around,
The enemy will know
Fitzguy.
you're coming, but like a boat before the storm, what can they do besides batten down and pray? The Tempest leaps where they shouldn't, and makes the battle fit them.
That doesn't tell me anything.
Is this a magical talent? Or a study in brewing elixirs?
No, Inquisitor, I will not assign a circle reading list or instruct the basics of brewing. Let your people do the preparation. I teach how to survive what we do.
What do you mean by smash a glass?
I mean exactly that. We use concoctions to cover ourselves in the elements.
Like potions?
Battle is no time for sipping. We use flasks of elements and smash them fast. It makes a mess, Inquisitor. That appeals, or it doesn't.
Okay, so what do we got here? Artificer, Assassin, or Tempest? Trap machinations. No. Assassin. Well, let's look at these in more detail, shall we? That's Cole's abilities. And this is, Sarah's. I'm actually torn between these. I think my current playstyle leads me more towards Assassin, though. Or, well, Tempest actually sounds appealing as well. You know what? Screw it. We'll do Tempest. Let's do it.
Very well. Let's see where this leads.
Grand. But first, we set the conditions. This instruction, the first and least, will show the path your store will take. Small steps, Inquisitor. The last of the car.
Ouch, Lurker. I see how it is. Alright, now to go talk to Sarah. Wait, can I get all 3 specs? Because I notice I can talk to the others still. Speaking of which, so those of you in chat, especially you, Shadow, if you had to choose between Cassandra or Leliana becoming the new Divine, which would you choose? And the ever-important, why? I know whom I would choose, but that's not relevant
I wonder
right
who
now.
knows pain has tried the game. It's one for laughter.
Could be better.
True enough.
Or who knows well of pain?
One for the Empress, for Gaspard, Brianna, the Duchess, and Chrysippus. Right in the dangle bag.
Well, remind me to stay on your good side.
Don't worry, you're sparkling compared to that lot. A cook here, a footman there. What's it matter, right, so long as there's a book for the throne? A pretty one, sure. But how many lives are worth one Empress's arse? Ugh, that place. Should have just thrown in some bees and slammed the doors.
I don't know. You want to stop a party? I think you go earwigs.
I hate those things, with their little pinchy butts. Josephine should add that to her paper threats. You know the real lesson from all this? Never sleep with an Empress. That, and Briala being an idiot. The whole thing would have gone different if that little piss-up wasn't in the middle.
That was a mistake on their part. It made everything worse.
Wrong way around, Inquisitor. It started worse. Lots of people died before there was a hole in the sky. That's who you're saving. If you get a chance, maybe remind them not to be idiots. Hey you, I have an Inquisitor favor to ask. Just a little thing, really. A little march around for some of your people. It's nothing for you, right?
All right, let's hear what you've got.
Jump right in, huh? I like that. It's a Red Jenny thing. I got a tip that some noble stiffs are arguing over Vershel. Land squabble. They're getting little people beat up, so I need you to go to your big table and send some people to walk through town.
Just walk through.
Just walk through. Easy, right?
Was this a tip from one of your friends?
Not a Jenny. Just normal angry people getting sick of being in the middle. I don't usually hear about things this far away. But having a friend like you is like getting really big ears. Bigger than normal, I guess, because we both... Never mind.
Who's asking for this?
I'm asking, because I heard people complaining. See, when nobles fight, it's not them, it's their little people stuck in the middle. It's like a polite war, so no one pays attention. But if you march through, the people up top feel threatened too. Stuff like this is always happening. Good sovereigns to be made if you're one of the few who notice.
All right, Sarah. I'll have someone look into it.
It's fun, right? Being important without doing a thing. Well, not much of a thing. Not everything has to be torn skies and ancient arseholes. Every little thing makes a difference somewhere.
Did you hear the news?
Of course.
Inquisitor. A title hard to rhyme. A challenge for another day, I think. Forgive me my distractions, Eminence. I'm overwhelmed by you and what you've done. My name is Meriden, a humble bard.
Are you a bard like those of Orlais?
Oh, heavens no. I'm a minstrel first. My weapon is a cutting tongue, not blades. I hope my skills will help in some small way, if only I can give your deeds their due.
What do you bring to the Inquisition?
A simple thing that you know well. The power of a muse to rally hearts and minds. Inquisitor, I want to spread the word of what you've done. A small but vital role. Perhaps I'll also make a coin or two.
Carry on, then.
Oh, I will do my best, Inquisitor. There is an issue that you should address. I think it's worth your time, Inquisitor.
And how much did you need?
I'll keep an eye out. True enough.
We'll see.
Good day.
May God be with you.
I didn't understand the Grand Ball. It would have been easier if they said what they wanted.
What did you think of the masks?
What masks?
The masks. Everyone had them on their faces.
Those weren't their faces.
Can you explain how your mind works?
Yes?
I like Cole.
Walk me through the way you help someone.
I start by listening. I hear hurt, feel it fretting. Some you can solve by giving something, food, a blanket, sleep. Some are intangible, terrible tangles that catch on a crack, fix it, festering, and the person makes a pearl of pain. I shake it loose. No pearl, no pain. They can hope, they can heal.
Sometimes you say things that relate to other members of the Inquisition.
They remember me. Their eyes stick, some more. They want me to be. Varric is quiet inside. He pulls me more to hear, makes me a person, calls me kid, a friend. Solus, bright and sad, observes and accepts. Spirit self, seeing the soul, Solus, but somehow sorrows.
Know what he said there.
What do you sense when you focus on me?
You're too bright. Like counting birds against the sun. The mark makes you more, but past it, pulled. Blood that is not blood, a tiny trace of time. Lips struggling to shape language your parents lived. And past that, the weight of all on you. All the hopes you carry, fears you fight. You are theirs. It must be very hard. I hope I help.
It must be sad feeling everyone's pain all the time.
Why?
isn't it?
No. I help. I find wounds and heal them. I salve, soothe, save. I see pain and make it better. How could I not be happy?
Yeah, Last Exile. That's... yeah.
I'll talk to you later.
Probably.
There's definitely more to Solus than meets the eye. I'd bet money on it. So, Cassandra, do you want to be the new Divine?
Will you not consider it, Lady Cassandra? The clerics are still sequestered. If no one steps forward, they will debate until...
And you think I could make them agree? I've heard enough for one day, Mother Giselle.
Talk to her.
Interesting that Giselle supports Cassandra.
The fun never ends in Skyhold, does it?
The Inquisitor was hilarious. That's what they'll say one day, you watch. I assume you've heard that Leliana and I are both candidates to be the next Divine. Because of what happened at Halam Shiral, of course, the Empire favors you. Thus everyone close to you. So now the Chantry bandies our names about without even asking us first.
How can you and Leliana be candidates? You're not even priests.
It's not without precedent. Amar III was sister to the Emperor, and Galatea a commoner. Leliana and I were, at least, part of the Chantry hierarchy. It would be accepted.
I like that. Why am I not a candidate? Don't forget, Last Exile, this was a very old elven ruin, as we learned from Morrigan. Very old. And supposedly the place where they brought the sky down to rest, which could mean all sorts of things.
If you don't want it, then tell them so.
Surely it was never meant to be like this. The Chantry, the Circle of Magi, the Templars, this cannot be what they intended when it all began. The Chantry should provide faith, hope. Instead, it cannot veer from its course, even in the face of certain death.
By the way, I think both Cassandra and Liliana are both good candidates for completely different reasons. Which is why this is such a wonderful choice. I'm not at the choice yet, but I know it's coming.
The Chantry has failed, Cassandra.
I'm not surprised a non-believer would say that.
Greatly
I wonder
disapproves.
if the legions of faithful throughout Thedas would agree with you. Did you know Varric is Andrastian? Oh, he blasphemes with every second breath, but deep down he believes. His heart is virtuous. But he would never step foot in a Chantry. It should be the first place to which the virtuous turn. It needs to change. Perhaps I must be the one to change it.
Ferd.
What would you change about the Chantry?
The Circle of Magi has its place, but it needs reform. Let the mages govern themselves with our help. Let the Templars stand not as the jailers of mages, but as protectors of the innocent. We must be vigilant, but we must also be compassionate to all peoples of Thedas, human or no. That is what I would change.
You're not the only candidate. What about Leliana?
Liliana says she wishes to follow Justinia's legacy, but she and I remember a different person.
Justinian knew her fellow clerics and the people would only accept so much change. Liliana would cast it all aside and start over, I think. And that would be chaos for us.
So this is your new crusade?
I've agreed to nothing yet.
And if the Chantry calls on you?
Then I will do whatever I can, for as long as I can. I suppose I should not be so concerned. The clerics speak my name for now, nothing more. For now, restoring order and stopping Corypheus remain our priority.
By the way, I like how in addition to deciding the fate of not only an entire nation, but half the planet, we are now deciding the fate of the primary religion of said entire planet. No, Shadow.
Oh, Bells, it's you. Morris. Sir Morris, I suppose. I am serving as quartermaster for Skyhold and its arriving throngs. Stores are growing, and so long as we have fair coin to restock, you and yours will be well served.
The previous quartermaster survived Haven. Where is she?
She had views. Has views. Perfectly legitimate ones if you share them, Inquisitor. I believe it was felt that your quartermaster should be more palatable now that the Inquisition is in Orlais. She continues to serve, just not at the fore.
There are problems coming out of Halam Shiral.
There are always problems from Halam Shiral. We've lost a few contracts, but more than made up for it. Although, if a few commendations were given, it might retie some severed threads. I couldn't suggest how. That is better decided at your war table, and I'm not going near that thing.
How's it going? Do we have what we need?
With Skyhold shining like a beacon. You name it, it's here or on the way. I've wrung out the slackers, given them what for. I think I like this job.
Always have a quartermaster who likes their job.
As you were.
We are here for you, Inquisitor.
Hey, sure you. And goodbye, Banana, even though you're probably gone.
Nothing. Unfortunate.
Where the hell is Bull?
That's why.
Yes, but imagine if the Pope actually had real power. Ooh, burn! I'm sorry, I'll shush.
You know I've got no problem with Orleans, but Halam Sharal was a mess. At least under the Q, you don't get everyone tripping on each other's dicks while the country goes to crap.
Furt.
I hate politics.
You've got a crappy job then, boss. I can't understand how those women in the kitchen could be awake so early after the night we had.
You said we should go get some drinks and meet your company.
Yeah, come on. It'll be fun.
I was referring to now, really, Shadow.
Ah, good. We're not drinking alone. How you doing, creme de la creme?
Your worship. I'm so glad he has someone new to hit with that joke.
Is he always like this?
I'm afraid so. The chief loves his nicknames.
Hey, when I was growing up, my name was just this series of numbers. We all give each other nicknames under the Q.
They ever wear shirts under the Kuhn, chief? Or do they just run around binding their breasts like that?
It's a harness, creme.
Yes, for your pillowy man bosoms. Let me know if you need help binding. You could really chisel something out of that overstuffed look.
Did you always know?
Yes. It's not the most fortunate thing to know about yourself growing up in Tevinter one rung above slavery.
In Kunadar, creme would be an Akunatlak. That's what we call someone born one gender but living like another.
And Kunari don't treat those Akun people any differently than a real man.
They are real men, just like you are.
Your people aren't so bad after all.
Don't get your hopes up, Krem. We still come down hard on the back talk. Anyway, here's the rest of the charges. Or what's left of the rest. A lot of them went looking for stronger drinks. We've got Rocky and Skinner there. And over there are Stitches, Dalish, and Grim. Crazy bunch of assholes. But they're mine.
Were you born on the surface, or are you from Orzammar?
Orzammar. I got exiled. Stupid noble crap. Also, I accidentally blew up a bit of the shape ring.
Rocky's one of our best sappers. He can take down enemy fortifications faster than a golem.
I'm also working on my own version of Kunari black powder. I've almost got it.
Yeah, you really don't.
Why aren't you with your clan?
Our keeper thought I should see the world a little.
Dalish don't have Templars, so they can't have too many mages in a clan at once.
Now, sir, you know I'm not a mage. That'd make me an apostate.
You carry a staff, Dalish.
It's a bow.
A bow with a giant glowing crystal at the tip.
Yes, it's for aiming. Old elven trick you wouldn't understand.
I take it you're the company healer.
Yes, first time I ever picked up a sword was when the Blight hit Ferelden. Never put it back down.
He makes a potion that'll put you right back on your feet after even the toughest fight. It tastes terrible, though.
That's because it's a poultice, sir. You're not supposed to drink it.
Ah, bleh. I don't have any thoughts on Krem. I mean, it's cool that they included him in such a manner like that. And I think that's probably handled a lot better than most things are handled in video games. So, yeah, definite positive there. And I don't mean to emphasize the him. I was just thinking for a moment which pronoun would be correct.
So, how'd you join the charges?
Killed some people.
Skinner didn't take kindly to nobles testing their new swords on the elves in her alienage.
Bull took me in. Now I get paid to kill shams.
This is actually really good behavior for her. She's not marking her territory or anything.
Grim, is it?
Grim doesn't talk much. I'm pretty sure he's the lost king of some small country. Or chieftain. Something like that.
You've got a good company, Bull.
Ah, we do all right.
Man can beat the chargers, cause what hits you where it hurts. Unless you know what's happened with those cards and looser skirts. For every bloody battlefield will gladly raise a cup. No matter what tomorrow holds, our horns be pointing up.
Thanks for coming by, boss. Glad you could meet some of my team.
And I got a new song for that.
Pleasure as always, boss.
See you later, Bull.
Nice talking with you, boss.
Rex. Shepard. Still have not seen Sandal, Metro.
You have a problem. That over there is a full tavern, but everyone's drinking alone. They're all up their own arses about the Inquisition. I can't have fun with everybody whinging, and they'll fall on their swords before Coryphanus can push them.
Coryphanus.
I'm thinking pranks. Set a few up, knock a few down. You in or not?
I don't understand how annoying my people will help.
Look, you have experts for everything, and I know a bunch of tight-ass people when I see them. Oh, sure, they'll complain, but they'll really mean, thank you for distracting me from the end of the stupid world. Come on!
Wait, is that a Furt? Furt! But seriously, yeah, let's do it.
Lead the way.
What, really?
Really?
I knew you were different. Let's go.
I'm not really that different. Also, those guys' heads are into each other, literally.
Right. What, the desk? Oh, yes. Center of the Empire and all that. What to do, what to do.
All right, Sarah. What do you want to do?
Thing looks heavy. Don't want to move or break it. I got it. slip or something under here. There, won't notice much, but it's just that little bit wonky. He's so in control that'll piss him royally. I tell one of the soldiers and boom, the general seems like people. And since he works for you, you seem like people. Come on, next one.
For reference, I don't like pranks at all. I've been known to get violent about pranks in the past, and that's all I'm going to say about that.
Little Lady Prissy Pants. What, just the door? Where she greets every important idiot. Yes.
Well, Sarah, what do you have in mind?
Get a bucket.
Oh, come on. That's so cliche.
Classic, yeah? 5 minutes of sloppy boss gets you weeks of happy kitchen staff. Except for the one who cleans it up, I suppose. But whatever. Next stop. What's that? A locked... No, leave that. Not interested in her hidden things. Not for just a bit of fun. Maybe feed her messengers something gassy? No, birds don't part. But they flap and...
Who is up there?
Run!
Go! That was fun. An inquisitor of the people, still remembering you're one of them. If all they got was the herald stuff, the serious bit, you'd start to sound pretty scary. That works, but not for long.
Whatever it takes. I'd start throwing pies if it kept people inspired.
Pies is so good, and Coryphanus would never do that. Good
like-
thing for you, innit? Because from the bottom, everyone up top sort of seems the same. Anyway, fun time, Inquisitor. You! Oh, frig. You did it!
That... what? Wow, Sarah. Just wow.
Our heroes strode the
Poor
winding
Harding.
road, defiant and vile. Uncertain falls for home and call when met a multitude miles. A man pierced through blood and sin, a bark, a rising cup through bone and gut, an awful skyward blue. I think that
Your wish is something, something.
So you like to have fun. The Inquisition seems an odd fit. Why are you really here?
What do you mean? To help people.
It's starting to sound like you're looking for something more.
It is. Mostly. Okay, fine. There's talk and... I want to see.
See what?
I don't know. I've got all this chantry stuff in my head, and it makes sense, right? But it's fuzzy. I want to see if it's all really real. I just don't know if I want to really know. So I'm selfish. It's all for me. Count yourself lucky, I guess.
We'll find out in about 6 hours, sure you.
I'll be back if I need you.
Go on.
Because it's still going. Actually, if you paid attention to the text, it actually does say Coryphanus. It's an intentional thing. She's intentionally mispronouncing and misspelling and whatnot. Am I done with Cassandra?
I understand if resources cannot be spared to help search for the missing Seekers, Inquisitor. Still, it could involve a threat we are unaware of. There may be a use in looking.
That's enough for now.
Another time, then.
Also, happy Pokemon date. Is that coming out today? I've lost track since I won't be getting it because of time commitments. Still. Regardless. Happy Pokemon Day. Woo. Let's go talk to Liliana about becoming the Divine. Shall we?
Inquisitor.
Oh my god, really, Baronessa? Did they solve it, or did you solve it, or what happened? How did you resolve the situation? You realize we should celebrate, like, by automatically doing a multiplayer thing. Who wants to join us?
A request has been made of you, Inquisitor. Here it is.
Join us. Join us. Yeah, Smash is today, which I also won't be getting because time, money, etc. I mean, I'll be getting it eventually, just not right
So
now.
Varric knew where the champion was all along. That's the last time we sent Cassandra to interrogate.
Yeah. Oh, I guess we've already talked to
I'll
Liliana.
leave you to your work.
Alright, who haven't we talked to? I think there's only one we haven't talked to recently. Gotcha, Baronessa. Well, congrats. Either way.
How do you stay so civil with everyone, Josephine?
Except your
Bonds
sister.
of circumstance among the nobility are fickle. Civility is the only constant everyone admires. And I do deplore rudeness in those who know better.
Let's speak later.
Another time.
Sort of, Shadow. Some of the details are filled in depending on your race. But you can determine your opinion on those details. So that's nice.
I've arranged an accord between the Marquis and the Dowager.
Wonder of wonders. Perhaps they can be useful to us after all.
Oh, I'm sorry. 1 hour, 17 minutes until I find out what's going on. This one's 6 hours. Until I negotiate peace between Orlais and, Ferelden. So does nobody want to play multiplayer with me? I'm kind of sad now.
The city has agreed to send us 6 guardsmen.
Not raw recruits.
In my opinion, Black Flag beats it out, Metro. And from what I understand of Rogue, Black Flag will remain on top of that list. I'm only level 1, Venters. I haven't done anything. Oh. Are you going to join us, Baronessa? Join us. Damn it, Maraid! Fist bump. Or fist pound. Fist desk? What's the emote for that called? I'm not good at sweeping things. I can imagine it, Shadow. That's the fun of it, Baronessa. We get to find out. We get to find out just how terrible it is. Seriously, the last time I played was atrocious. We need to do better. Head desk? Sure, that might work. Let's make sure. Do I have you on friends, Baronessa? I have no idea if I do or not. Alright, everyone who wants to play, I need to get you in my friends list, so help me out here, guys. Yes, I did, actually, Metro. I just got a message. One moment, please. Okay. So, okay, hang on. So let's add... how do I add? Ah, here we go. Baronessa... No. I am older than you. I knew it. How do I add you? Ah, here we go. Friend request sent. Baronessa. To my knowledge, it does absolutely nothing for single-player ventures, which is good. Okay, so I got 7th there. There's Baronessa. Hang on, let me... I guess I'll play an archer? I don't know, sure, whatever. Let's create a match. Private. We'll leave it on lowest difficulty, because I have no idea what I'm doing. Let's invite 7th. And... apparently, Foo. Okay, I got 7th in here. Just plain Venters? Hang on, let me get you in here. And I think Gethiank, your question has already been answered. Is this you, Venters? I'll wait a moment for an answer. Assuming direct control. No, I'm sorry. Okay, sending request. No, Metro, I never actually liked Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm sorry, Shadow. Someday you may have a real computer, but for now you'll have to live with your Mac. I'm sorry, I'm being mean. Invite. Jar Jar Reaper?
We are gonna consume you all! Bim bombard!
This I heard you. I really wish there was a way to turn off the in-game mic. Does anyone know anything about turning off the in-game mic? Because that is very irritating. You know what? Google.
Hey, I'm glad I can hear you in real time.
Yes, but you can hear me twice.
I took off my other headphones.
Okay, is this working? Hello?
Hello. Okay, here we go. How do I turn off microphone in multiplayer? Nope! There is no option.
Okay. Is this working or not? Hello?
I can hear you, Baronessa. And you can probably hear me twice. Whatever. Oh, did I get Ventures? Yeah, I did. Okay. Let me invite you here. I don't even remember that one, Django. So I can't really comment on it. There we go. Okay. Is there a way to, like, mute myself? No. Maybe... It doesn't even have an option for selecting a different mic if I had both mics cooked up. Whatever, I'm ready. Let's see how terrible this is. Hey, we actually have one of each class here, too. Excellent.
Yeah, Avengers changed. We had 3 keepers.
Oh, 3 Mage party! God, I can barely hear you, Baronessa.
Yeah, you're a little...
Don't be silly, Githyank. I am the evil doppelganger. And I will now prove it with kittens!
Must be secured.
Yeah?
Our agents are en route. Whatever these agents face, let's hope it's not too dangerous. An aging chateau in the wilds is their destination.
Might.
We've heard rumors of a demon infestation. I pray for a safe return.
Okay, what do I have? Explosive, caltrips, and that's it.
Oh wow, the lag.
I've never had my skill so tested in my life.
Okay, so is it sad that the speedrunner instinct in me can already tell that jumping is actually faster than running? Or walking?
Oh, it is.
That's really sad.
Look there!
Oh, hello. What, Rory? Don't be silly. Who needs push to talk? That's just for people who actually know how to code multiplayer. Why do you even have multiplayer if you're going to go half-ass with it? That's what I don't understand. Why bother? Oh shoot, I'm getting ahead of people. I shouldn't do that, I'm not the tank. Ah, gotcha, lurker. Oh. Yes, they did, lurker. I can tell you that from experience. I mean, I played multiplayer in Mass Effect 3 a lot. So I just realized I'm an idiot. My first thought was, damn, do we have a healer in this group? Don't make fun of me. Oh god, live, Venters. So, if any of you guys have ever played D&D, there's a concept called never split the party. There's a reason that concept exists. I think we have just committed the cardinal sin of adventuring.
I opened the barrier, but you guys just ran.
I went into the barrier, but then these demons came out of nowhere and started hitting us, so I was trying to back up Venters, and now Venters is dead. And I'm about to join him. No, live, 7th. Okay.
So for some reason, all of my ability disappeared. I can only auto attack.
That's wild. Okay, I think I'm reviving Venters, but nothing's actually happening. Oh, there we go. Okay, we're all almost dead. Except for Baronessa, who is vanished into the aether. Whoops, whoops. Yes! Raid. Are you just lagging out?
I don't have any control at all.
Hang on, let's hop back here.
See the back of my character.
It's sad how much faster this is than walking. Anyways, I'm almost back here, Baronessa. I'm coming to rescue you. By which I mean, I can't do anything to help you, I'm just curious. Let's see. Can you at least see me? Are you receiving packets?
I can see you, but with no animation.
What, I'm just sliding around like, hi, Baronessa! What's up? Wow, okay. I don't know what to do about that. Let's write a strongly worded letter to EA. I'm sure that will fix everything. I'm coming back up to the front, guys. Oh, I'm going the wrong way.
I can't even read or get the options or anything.
Wow. Well, just stay in the group. Maybe you'll get X from it, Baronessa, and then you'll benefit from it in some way.
Go ahead, Bender.
Yeah, I'm right here. I got you. Ah, shoot. That took too long. Now this is kind of cool. You can actually move while incapacitated. I saw Ventures doing this earlier. The pain. No, keep going. Keep going, 7th. Don't stop. The pain. Oh, God.
I could probably kite way better if I actually had abilities.
Yeah. Probably.
Last time when we played, I know I had Winter's Grasp to be used to bring up now.
Oh, cool. I'm in the Fade now. I'm watching you from the Fade.
Well, I don't have any potions either, so I'm pretty screwed if you want to wipe.
No, we can't actually wipe because Baroness is still alive.
I'll lead the demons.
Yes, lead them to her. Lead them to her so she can die.
Aww.
Ah, crud. Damn it. Baronessa, no! They're in sight! They're inside of you! Come on! Damn it.
I can't even move.
Whoa, that's a weird button. Your enemies have grown stronger! What the hell? I think we're going to have to bail here, because Baronessa can't die, and we're locked.
I just received word. Our agents are dead.
Operation.
I know this is terrible news. I'm sorry.
Hover. Okay. Wow. So far, the multiplayer is fantastic! 10 out of 10! God, that was awful.
Oh man. I got ripped off of leveling right there.
Yeah. Yep, no, I don't want this store. Wow. Oh I need... Okay. Yeah, alright.
Oh, I have chain lightning now. Yeah.
I could try something other than Archer, maybe. Not that I have many options at the moment. You know what, here, I'll be a tank as well. Double tank it up. Maybe that'll help.
Well, I do have barrier, so if it gives me abilities this time, I can barrier you guys up.
Lol. Raid. Okay. Oh look, she got X from that. You were leading us from behind the lines. You were directing our actions. Ugh, whatever. I'm ready. Let's try this again.
I hope I have abilities.
Yeah, no kidding. Alright, take two.
Our allies are once again in need of aid. Ambassador Montillier wishes to send a party.
Red lyrium, wonderful.
What we accomplish here will send a message that no enemy can ignore. Their destination is a chateau.
We shall send in the clone army, apparently.
The Red Templars have been sighted there. We'll
What do I
make
have
short
here?
work of them.
Holy crap! It's a miracle.
With a lot of lag, but I can move.
Remember to hop. It's much faster.
As you wish.
To my knowledge, Githyank multiplayer does not affect single player at all. As it shouldn't. Look at all your research, Shadow. This crate actually contained body parts. Or something, I don't know. Damn it, I keep hitting V to do the radar.
Yeah, I'm doing that for you.
Well.
Well, this seems to work better with all four of us here. I think that's the key.
Look at this.
No, that can't be it.
That went well. I've never had my skills so tested in my life.
Ooh, Echo.
Oh god.
Oh, jeez. Yep. Fear spider things.
With fire.
Ugh. Oh, God. I don't want to look at that. Damn it, Raid. Gotta be honest, if you saw a a squadron of dwarves hopping at you. Wouldn't you be afraid?
I've never seen anything like this.
I never thought I would say this, but I've learned much from traveling.
I like how they have random quotes, even though they're, you know, just totally nondescript characters that don't have personalities or anything.
Feed the earth.
Shadow, stop trying to convince me to do horribly evil things. I'm not horribly evil, despite what you might think. I know some people would disagree with you, but those people are dead.
I crossed the veil.
Ah, crap. I got you, Baronessa. Maybe. There we go.
You have my thanks. I approve.
Is there, like, anything to refill your health at some point?
I never thought I would say this, but I've learned much from traveling with you all.
Weird. Maybe you have to manually reset them, or refill them.
Yeah, you might have to...
Speaking of which, that's a lot of mobs. Ah, gotcha, Ventures. I am kind of liking the overall playstyle of Warrior. Maybe I should have played a Warrior. I'll do that in my next playthrough. When I leave the Architect alive.
Well struck.
You are not as bad as I feared. Will be a relief to return to my clan once all this is done.
Recovery fund. Excellent. Did that refill your potions by chance?
I don't have it.
No, well, whatever. Round 2.
Should decide on a...
Our scouts have learnt of some allies in need, trapped and cornered by our enemies.
It's the Inquisition! Over here! Thank the Maker. Got myself dead for sure. They must still be out there. I can't leave if they're still out there.
One down. Good work.
You know, I just realized why this isn't a true MMO. There's no dance emote.
It will be a relief to return to my clan once all this is done. I feel the same way.
She said with the exact same voice.
Look at this.
I can't hold him off!
Creators have mercy on you.
got. Well struck.
You are not as bad as I feared. It will be a relief to return to my clan.
Oh,
once
okay.
all this
I
is
figured
done.
he didn't want to do it. But I'll go bash it.
I feel the same way.
Here.
Really, Metro? So, Metro, what's your favorite of the various gens out of Gravity?
One down, you got.
They got me!
No!
Ancestors guide me. I am grateful. I don't believe what I'm seeing.
It's gold. I've never seen gold in a chest before.
There's so much life on the surface. If not for the Inquisition, I would never have experienced it.
Cannot imagine what it's like to never see the sky.
I need to make the hopping dwarves in a story somewhere. Just add it in somewhere. My god, what do you hear? Ka-clong, 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 ka-clong.
I need to stop this bleeding.
I can't help him, Mom!
We're about to die. Just a heads up.
Legion.
I'm not ready.
Every time I revive,
Wow.
We will say a prayer for them.
Oh well. We died. Miserably. Press F3 to thank a party member. F3, guys. F3. I'll press F to pay my respects later.
Oh, you can kill loot apparently.
Yeah, dinged. Woo. Yeah, I tend to agree, Newdor. Multiplayer isn't exactly bad, but I've played other games like this, including Divinity New Sin and Diablo 3 and all sorts of other things that just do this overall better. Oh well, that was fun, but I should probably get back to the single player. I can't decide if that should be a positive or a negative for the gameplay. Tell you what, Shadow. I will allow you to study Red Lyrium, Tiberium, and Phazon simultaneously. Exousia Dune is a combination of Exousia and Dunatos, or Dunatos if you prefer. If that doesn't explain it, then it's Greek. Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and put that as a neutral. Multiplayer isn't bad, it's just there. That was fun, though. Thank you for joining me, everyone. It was fun. And now I have the hopping dwarves as part of the Imperium. Oh, shush, Baronessa. You hear my crappy voice every day. I'll believe you, Venters. I really do. Reminds me of co-op Neverwinter Nights, honestly. If only they had co-op in these games like they should have since forever, but whatever. 43 minutes.
Has had no further trouble with the undead.
After what happened, it will take time for the village to recover. All right.
The Hopping Dwarves of Orzammar, a special company of the Grey Waldens. Hop, hop, hop. Actually, have any of you guys seen the Gummy Bears cartoon show? Gummy bears, bouncing here and there and everywhere. High adventure that's beyond compare. Yes, I know the lyrics. Shut up. Sarah's icon has changed. Varix is still horrible. So is Cole's. Yeah, exactly, Mraid. And all I gotta... you know what? I'm sorry for grinding this again, but I really miss the fact that co-op used to be a regular feature of BioWare-style games and Black Isle games. You remember that? Baldur's Gate, Icewind Dale, Neverwinter Nights 2. All of those were great games that had full co-op in the single-player campaign, and it worked awesome! Because you already had a party of people. Instead of, you know, not. It's just, whatever. Well, cool, Metro. Emerald, even though you said gold and silver are better, that's an oddity, but I'm with it. Such a damned shame. There are a lot of people who were irritated that multiplayer, co-op multiplayer, to make that clear, was not in Dragon Age or Mass Effect. In fact, when we first heard the very first rumblings, I know I've talked about this before, but when we heard the first rumblings of multiplayer in Mass Effect 3, and it was co-op multiplayer, not competitive, everyone was like, yes, we're finally going to be able to co-op the game again. It's been all the way since Neverwinter Nights. We can finally do it. No, it's just... I mean, don't get me wrong. I enjoyed Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, but god damn it, people. It's not that hard. I swear. I don't remember who I should be taking here. I guess it doesn't matter. Let's just take 3 random people. Because I can change on the fly. Since I have this little teleporter with me. Okay, Githyank. Exousia and Dunatos are both different varieties of the word power. Different meanings, different subtleties, because Greek is a wonderful language and beautiful, and I recommend you study it. Dunatos comes from dunamis, basically, which means... It's one of the words that dynamic comes from. It has a degree of... man, I don't even know how to explain that. Internal power, I guess is probably the best way to put that. Exousia is more about projected power, which sounds like the same thing, but isn't at all. It's hard to explain without really going into it, and I don't want to give everyone a thing on Greek. Nobody wants to study that. And then, of course, there's Kratos, which... Yeah. actually also grow. Whoa! Not used to seeing this when it's bright. Ah, gotcha, Metro. I could see that. Why are you injured, Varric? Why do I still have this outfit on? Oh my god, I got an Orlesian hat, guys. And a mask, which is actually really high armor rating. That actually irritates me. Yeah, exactly, Raid. Would have been really easy to do, but no. It's just... Yeah, I don't know if you saw this, but the mage hat there, or the Empress hat actually, or mask, excuse me, actually had really high armor rating. Go figure. Okay, so that's that, and that's a quarry, and that's a thing. Is that all I've got here? I still need to do that, too. Okay. So, for this random bunch, we'll bring Sarah, Dorian, and Blackwell. Alright, Sarah, I got something for you. Just for you. The Mask of the Empress. Actually, the Mask of the Duchess is the rogue one, so... You're now the Grand Duchess. Sarah. Congrats. Enjoy. Wow, they gave us several formal attires. That's hilarious. Yeah, speaking of which, let's get some music going. There we go. Alright, Dorian. You definitely get the Orlesian mage hat. No, I'm kidding. That one, actually. Because that one gives him a bonus to barrier. Wow, it is actually more armor to put on one of these frickin' hats. Whatever. So, Blackwall now has a cheese log for a shield and an Orlesian mask for a helmet. Alright, Shadow, you can study blue lyrium. I'm glad you liked it, Gimmick. It's kind of funny that as the movies went on, the videos got shorter, but that wasn't by design. I actually figured I'd have more to talk about with Revenge, since it was so much better, but I had so much to cover about the setting as a whole, and George Lucas in specific in the earlier ones. Most of that was resolved in Revenge. No, go ahead, Kemik. I welcome discussion. We're just doing a couple of runaround stuff before we go and do some companion quests. We got a lot of stuff to clean up, because this feels a lot like the wrap-up before the finale right now, structurally. So ask, damn it, or I will destroy you. You too, Baronessa. I demand questions. And anyone else who's seen my Episode 3 video that went live today. I don't know, Shadow. Unlike the Episode 3 rumination, which was recorded over 2 weeks ago, I have not yet recorded my Episode 4 rumination. I have simply not had the time. I barely had the time to squeeze in those 3, and it cost me, health-wise and sleeping-wise. So, I decided, and by which I mean my sister basically forced me not to continue, to not continue until after the Dragon Age event was over. Cheese, cheese, what a wonderful tease. I don't know, I can't rhyme. I got nothing, Rory. I failed you, sorry. See, it's funny you say that, Kemek, because, I'm not actually sure he is, no. I have absolutely no doubt that pre-Order 66 Palpatine was gray. I mean, I would put that in the 100 percentile range. But the post-Order 66, see, the thing is, once you start using one side too much, once you start using one side or the other too much, it tends to feed off of you. I mentioned that with regards to Anakin and how he just kind of takes the plunge. I believe that once Palpatine finally started openly using the dark side, it did the same thing to him that it did to everyone. It became addictive, it became self-perpetuating, and so he kept using the dark side to such a ridiculous extent that he pretty much was fully a Dark Jedi. But I would still argue to the ends of the earth that he was not a Sith. He was a Dark Jedi. And I've already discussed my reasons for that as well. No, that won't work. How about that one? Yeah, that'll work. I think. Yep, there we go. Hey, Titan. Whoops. See you around, Shadow. Did I already do that one? I think I did. How do I get way down there? I need to go here. Well, here, actually. There you go, Rory. Thank you. See, I'm not good at rhyming. No red lyrium research. Stop being evil. It's not that hard. I need to sell, though, I'll tell you what.
Farewell.
I don't like it for the reasons I already mentioned. I feel it actually detracts from the scene rather than adding to it or anything like that. It in my opinion, of course, but it does feel like it's just completely out of place, whereas him just roaring and screaming in rage feels completely in place, if you follow. Ooh, one for me and one for Cole. Yeah, I actually tore up during the Order 66. I was not expecting that. I really wasn't. There it is. I tend to agree, Kemek. Yeah, the one in Return of the Jedi also bothered me. Because, again, it was unnecessary. It doesn't add a positive to the scene. It actively detracts from it, in my opinion, of course. And it's like, why? Why even bother having it there, you know? I don't get it. You already had this incredible, emotional, one of the best scenes in cinematic history, and you added a no to it. Don't understand. It would. Ah, the Jedi Order. They failed so hard and so often. They all did. I'm not sure how to define it, Newdorp. I started using the term rumination instead of review deliberately, because I don't actually review things. I ruminate on them, I discuss them, I analyze them. Most people refer to what I do as deconstruction, though. So I suppose that's the closest thing to a generic term I could give you, Newdorp. It's funny because I'm actually one of the very, 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 very few people I know who tend to like most, not all, most of the special edition changes. Because most of it is polishing what's already there, and I'm okay with that. The things they added in, I am not okay with. To use a good example, the musical number in Jabba's palace in Return of the Jedi. I'm sorry, but I know people who really like that, the special editions, including myself, who look at that just like, why? I have been trying off and on Titan, or in other words, I guess, yes, I am continuously trying. Hello, that's a dragon. You know what we must do. We're not doing that. Well, shoot. Okay, hang on. Too true, Metro. Too true. Probably my favorite example of the special edition doing something right is in the battle with the Death Star, in my opinion. That really does emphasize why the special edition and the new effects are a good thing, in my opinion. Because I remember what the original looked like, and no offense, but and I'm all for practical effects, but the original model work looked kind of crap in A New Hope. They didn't figure out what they were doing with the models until Empire. But of course, what do I know? I am but a fool in the shape of a tree. Well, thank you, Titan. I appreciate the well wishes. There's some politics involved, in addition to the fact that, according to them, I just don't have the viewer base to justify it. Alright, let's go fight a dragon. Yes, it was, Geth. I'll agree with that. I don't know if I'd agree with that, Scythe, but I appreciate the vote of confidence. No more jumping puzzles. No more jumping puzzles. I actually still have my original VHS copy of Star Wars, but ironically I lack a method to play it. I don't have anything that plays VHS tapes anymore. I haven't for a while. How's that for funny? I do, of course, also have the special edition VHS and the DVDs, which are the DVD edition, which add some good things and some bad things. They said 500 plus regular, Geth Young. Dragon time! This one's a pink dragon. Excellent. A lightning dragon, more accurately. Oh yes, Django, definitely. One must always look at the whole to understand the pieces. IMO. Thanks, Lurker. Besides, most other streamers would say, "Ah, Babylon 5? That show's terrible!" Because they have no taste. I don't care for the Hayden Christensen edition, but whatever. I'm willing to at least live with that one. Like I kind of said, the one thing that really bugged me was the frickin' dance sequence number thing in Jabba's Palace. No, Metro. I make my living thanks to Patreon. YouTube and Twitch have both told me to go screw myself. Could be 7. I don't know. Yeah, exactly, Baronessa. Even if you like the dance sequence, which I have never heard anyone who does, but even if you like it, it doesn't actually add anything. It doesn't change the story in any way, shape, or form, whereas most of the changes in the CGI or the new effects actually added or polished an existing scene. Instead, it's all of a sudden, do-be-da! New lava! Waba waba! Do-be-da! Also, it seems really out of character for Jabba, if I could be so bold. Even in his drug-addled phase, which he was by the time the movies rolled around. I don't know, Django, that's an entirely valid perspective, but I personally cannot think about the movies without taking the extended continuity into effect. It's not something I'm capable of doing because it's part of the overall story, and it's something that has been added to and fleshed out the world. I mean, if I could be so blunt, Star Wars would not be Star Wars without the extended continuity, without the extended universe. So, go ahead and use my last one, buddy. Hell with tridents. I want to use a sight. Actually, I like tridents, so Ganondorf's weapon has always been one of my favorites. Like, forever. Damn it, didn't hit 3 in time. Oh, that was unusual. Lost control for a second there. Yeah, Gethyank, I'm hopeful that it'll reach a certain point soon because, well, for reasons I'm not going to share, but let's just say that it has to do with my finances and leave it at that. Oh, we finally knocked him over. Hitting his leg this entire time. Die, dragon, die.
Big heroes, us. That was That was great.
Metro... It's not that simple. And that's all I'm going to say about that. I've had far too many offers from groups who I would rather not join. And we'll just leave it at that. Wow, I got a new piece of armor from that. In Death Sacrifice. Nice. What else do we get? Ooh, yes, yes. Yes, I want that superb Ring of Life Drain. Definitely. Alright. I have no problem with networking. I have a problem with people trying to scam me into joining their network and make me sign contracts I would never sign, ever. Which is what all the networks that have thus far been available have been. But of course you mean networking, not network, which is a different thing. I was Foo, but I'm not sure I had... In fact, I know I didn't, at the time, have the mats for it. Why are you running from me? That is true, Phil. I might have enough now. Yeah, it's pretty much this way for repeat plays on YouTube and whatnot, Hranica. It was a long requested feature back when I started streaming to add the chat in. So I started adding the chat in. Anyone else notice that each time I close a rift, stuff kind of comes out of it into the rest of the world? Or into the real world, I guess I should say. Is that just me? Okay, I'll just not worry about it. I think that dragon was actually easier than the previous dragon I fought. Get back here, horse. The other problem with the gaming network question, and I'll just be blunt about this, is I'm not very popular. And what I mean by that is I'm not trying to sound self-pitying or anything like that. It's just the type of content I produce is very niche appeal. It's not for everyone. And I understand that, and I accept that, and I have decided over the years, rather than trying to spread myself thinner or appeal to a wider fan base, to focus on my niche. That was a deliberate business decision I made a long time ago. So, there's only so much that can happen from networking and spreading out. If you follow me. Not everyone wants to listen to a guy deconstruct and analyze something for an hour, you know? And that's understandable. There's no blame here. There's no, oh, people are dumb. It's just how things are. Regardless, I do appreciate all of the assistance you guys have given me in, existing. especially given the job problem, as I've mentioned before. So, if I haven't said it enough, thank you, everyone. You guys are awesome. I'm sure they looked at me and said, "Why is this video an hour and a half long?" And then closed the page, Baronessa. Oh, that would be great, Geth. Okay, so I'm killing this guy now. And I know the way my mind works. I'd be like, okay, maybe I could come up with something to analyze about killing this guy. So, this is an analogy for how terrible war can be when boiled down to its most fundamental levels. And I don't know, I'm just making stuff up now, but you get the idea. Speaking of which, Metro, I don't know if you're aware of this, but the next thing I plan to stream, whenever I'm done with Inquisition, is a Pokemon game. Haven't decided which yet. That's actually going to be up to you guys, the viewers. I'm going to do a full, in-depth Pokemon run on the stream. It's actually been a widely requested feature, and I myself have been wanting to play a Pokemon game lately. I've been in the mood, as I am every so often, so... And the next thing I'll be streaming after Pokemon will be KOTOR, so... take that for what it's worth. Oh my god. Okay. Hang on. Okay, that's actually a really easy one. Whew! That scared me for a moment. To serve man. Oh, whoops! I made one mistake. Damn it! Made one mistake. There we go. We will be going mostly light side, kind of neutrally, Fu, leaning towards gray. And it will be male, just because that's my canon thing, even though I actually prefer a female Revan. But for some reason, a female Revan can't be with Bastila, so whatever. And I have a lot to analyze in KOTOR, so hopefully that will be interesting.
So you're the woman who saved Crestwood from the dead. Watch out for the women in the hills. I'd take his hide if I were better with a bow.
There's a wyvern causing trouble.
It used to hunt in the mountains. Didn't bother anyone but the bandits. Lately, the beast got it in his head to come down here. It almost crippled Gauld's little boy. Best someone kill it. I hope I get my hands on the liver. It makes a poison that kills rats like nothing.
I actually already killed the wyvern, like, a while ago.
I killed the wyvern up in the cave. The body's yours if you want it.
That I do. Here, for your troubles. I hope you can make good use of it.
What the hell am I hearing? There's just a wolf in here. Except it's not. There's just a wolf. Anyways, I do think it's a shame, Django. I get it, though. I do actually understand why Lucas did not keep up with it. You know, the time commitment alone, right? But at the same time, if I feel like... you know what? I'm going to pull out the actual quote. Give me just one moment here. Give me one moment, guys. And I quote... This is George Lucas in 1996. After Star Wars was released, it became apparent that my story, however many films it took to tell, was only one of thousands that could be told about the characters who inhabit its galaxy. But these were not stories that I was destined to tell. Instead, they would spring from the imagination of other writers, inspired by the glimpse of a galaxy that Star Wars provided. Today, it is an amazing, if unexpected, legacy of Star Wars that so many gifted writers are contributing new stories to the saga. That is what the George Lucas I remember, the one who fully admitted and said, yes, take my world and run with it. He did the exact opposite thing than what Gene Roddenberry did. Gene Roddenberry was always very strict and very controlling about what he considered canon and what was allowed and what was disallowed. And he, in so doing, effectively locked off all those talented writers from actually contributing to Star Trek as a whole. Lucas, by contrast, said, yes, add to my world, add to my setting, flesh it out, tell all these different stories, and what we got is all the amazingness. And some bad. I'm not going to deny that. There is plenty of bad in the extended universe. But that's always the trade-off.
Fine day to you. If you're Judith, there's a man in the village concerned about you. That must be Gould, fretful as ever. I'm glad he stayed in Crestwood. He's fast as you please with a loom, but terrible with a sword. Do you farm out there? The name's Judith. I farm and I mend things for the village and people passing through. I did a fair trade with traveling merchants before the undead started attacking. You live here on purpose? Oh, you know, the fishing's grand. Until later. Be safe.
Alright. Apparently there's a mod for that, Lurker. I may do that. I don't know why, but a female Revan always just made a little bit more sense to me. No commentaries on female or male gender politics or anything like that. It just... My very first Revan was female, and when I found the reveal, which was a surprise to me, I'll admit it, I was just like, oh. Huh. And it just kind of clicked with me, having a truly powerful Sith female warrior, and the kind of mind it would require for that just always fit better for her than him. But I digress. And then Tor came along and was like, what are you talking about? I don't think Baroness will care. What is with these wolves following me around? This is so weird. Okay, I think that's actually everything in this zone. So let's go ahead and head to... here. Because mullets... I don't know why. Okay. A Jedi's power, a light Jedi's power, comes from their ability to not react. Their ability to have self-control, forceful imposition of order upon chaos, etc., right? And so the Jedi, as an overall organization, would strive to have the worst possible hairdos and overall fashion that is imaginable, so that people around them are constantly testing them in the way they function. Normal difficulty, wolves are. I turned it down from Nightmare because it was getting too stupid. In testing them and constantly mocking them and berating them and otherwise looking down upon them, which gives them a chance to prove that they aren't being emotionally affected by it, that they're maintaining their facade. It's the same reason why... Okay, I was making that up, but this is an interesting fact. They actually do have itchy clothing on specifically to help enforce that kind of mental control. That's mentioned in the books, by the way. Now I'm going to shut up.
It's just as I remember it. You didn't tell me you'd been here before. After the Blight ended, I came here to see Justinia. She was just Dorothea then, a revered mother.
Wait. Wait. That is her. I can't believe I never connected that. I should have known that. That's the one from Liliana's song. Justinia. Huh.
It's peaceful here. You must have good memories of this place.
It was a place of comfort. It is good to see it still untouched by Corypheus.
And then Corypheus attacks.
Liliana, is that you? Sister Natalie, what are you doing here? I thought you were in Val Rayo.
No, I've been here since Justinia died. This place makes me feel like she's still with us.
Inquisitor, this is Natalie, a trusted friend.
Wait, Inquisitor? You brought the Inquisitor here? My lady, forgive me for not recognizing you
please,
earlier.
please don't. Right, Neil.
I wish more people would fail to recognize me.
Oh, I see.
Natalie, listen. There is something hidden here. Something Justinia left for me.
Oh, really? What is it?
I don't know, but we'll find it. I'm curious to see what brought us all here.
Temporary
Justinia's
companion.
letter came with instructions for me. They were a little cryptic. Always remember that faith sprung from a barren branch. That light has no fear of darkness. Above all, that strength lives in an open heart. She must be hinting at something here. Let's look around. That canticle was Justinia's favorite.
Yes, of course. We never give up the traditions of our most beloved divine.
That is lovely to hear. I stare up at the breach sometimes. It's terrifying, but beautiful in its way.
It is beautiful.
Have you seen it by sunrise?
When the sun rises through it, it splits into what looks like 1,000 suns, like a broken mirror.
Yes. Spectacular, isn't it? Justinia saved me, but not in the way you think. She wouldn't let me give up. She saved me by... With light where there's hope. You must be careful, Natalie. Justinia's enemies are making their move, vying for position and the Sunburst's throne. What was that? Looks like we opened something.
I agree, Baronessa.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Good old Leliana was playing you the whole time.
Didn't you realize? They never sing the benedictions here on Fridays, Natalie. Something so simple. And you got it so wrong. I wanted to believe, but you were lying from the start. Keep that pretty mouth shut if you must, dear. You've already told me everything I need to know. The prickle with burrs on your hem, talking about the sun rising through the breach. It all points to a single place. Morel in the Dales, Grand Cleric Victoire's bastion. She sent you, didn't she? Victoire was always an opportunist.
Who is this Grand Cleric? I've never heard of her.
An experienced cleric. She never agreed with Justinia, but kept her ideas to herself. I suppose now, with Justinia dead, she thought she could make her move.
I want to know what this Grand Cleric planned here.
She sent Natalie here to see what Justinia was hiding, no?
The Inquisition has turned Thidas away from the true Chantry. It must be stopped.
Stop us? You must be joking.
Mother Victoire is well loved by many. The Inquisition has more enemies than you know.
And Victoire thinks she can
Hey, look.
with us.
Liliana is ready to report in. See you around, Metro. Have fun. And I hate you because you're getting to play an awesome game. Just kidding.
Good work. We know the name of our enemy. That's half the battle won.
Exactly.
Kill me then. I am not afraid to die for my beliefs. At least I still know what I believe.
There's no poll up. I guess I could do a poll. Unless Nightbot has abandoned me? Again? Nightbot. Hang on, guys. Nightbot is being weird. Oh, for God's sakes. Hang on. Wake up, Nightbot. Okay, Nightbot's in the channel. Or was in... Okay, now he's not in the channel. Okay, let's try this. Hang on. Okay, now do this. No, Schmeidolf, we have to replace it. Okay, yeah, Nightbot is just plain not working, so whatever. Ultimately, while killing her is a dangerous move, it's what I would choose.
This has to be done. You know it.
I see what you've become. The righteous stand before the darkness, and the Maker shall guide them.
No! This can't be it. There's nothing here.
In case anyone's wondering about my reasoning, no matter what happened in that situation, tactically the situation was not going to change, right? The enemy will already know we found something here one way or the other, whether we left her alive or whether we killed her. She would either report it in, or she would go missing, which means they would assume that we found it and killed her on the way. The only benefit, then, to kill her or not, is whether or not I deprive my enemy of one resource. So that's why I chose that.
It's not what you expected. That doesn't mean it's nothing.
There's a message carved in the lid. The left hand should lay down her burden. She's releasing me. The divine has a long reach, but it is always her left hand that stretches out. 1,000 lies, 1,000 deaths. Her commands, but my conscience that bore the consequences.
She apologized in the Fade. She said she failed you. This is what she meant.
All this time, Justinia carried the fear that she was using me. Just like I'd been used in the past. But Marjolaine's games were trifles. Justinia gambled with the fate of nations. She needed me. No one else could have done what I did. She knows that.
Sacrifices are necessary. You know that.
I know. And hearing you agree gives me the courage to do what must be done. Justinia tried to save me, but all it's done is made me realize I don't need saving. There is work to be done. I'll see you back at Skyhold.
Well, let's loot the priest really quick. And get a dagger. Interesting. Sure. Whoa! The dead rock! Did you see that? I wasn't aware there was such power in necromancy in this setting. Alright, why do I not have the other ones available yet? It would be funny if she was faking the whole time and she gets all indignant because I start looting her. Hey, that's my stuff! Oh, right. Totally dead. Apparently, Rory. She didn't appreciate me referring to her as a resource. I did actually notice that Baronessa, and some excellent attention to detail. One of the things that I like most so far about Inquisition is the fact that it has tons of little details, just like BioWare games used to. Because those little details make the difference between a good game and an amazing game. As I've always said, BioWare games are not that noteworthy in their skeletal structure. Oh, excuse me. Besides, Rory, I'm not calling all people resources. Just her. Actually, let's just do this. Details like goat attacks. I need to find that on YouTube. I really do. Surely someone else recorded that on YouTube. Actually, no, that's not what I need to do. I need to find that on my own recording. That's what I need to do.
Grand Cleric Vitois is scrambling after the loss of her agent.
Good. Her support base is in Morale. Tear it down. Grand Cleric Victoire wishes to make an enemy of the Inquisition. I'll give her what she wants. Doesn't Victoire have a young cousin? Lord Firmin? She dotes on him.
Yes, mistress. I believe that is so.
Good. Have him collected. He shall be an honored guest, and make sure the Grand Cleric hears about it.
At your command.
What do you link me shut off? Oh. Gotcha.
Is everything under control? Perfect. The Grand Cleric and others like her will fall in line soon enough. You see, when I'm ruthless, it gets us where we need to be. It's something to be proud of. Why fix it? How funny that her regret is what finally puts my own to rest. I chose to become her left hand, knowing what it meant. It was my weakness that stopped me from fully committing to my task. You have a good heart. It's not a weakness. You're too kind, Inquisitor. Call it what it is. The Inquisition needs me just as the Divine did, to do what no one else dares. Death and deception are my trade. It is what I am. It is what I always will be.
The hero of Ferelden made contact. He left a letter to deliver to the Inquisitor, as well as goods from his travels that might be of use. That's it? Oh, come on! Where's the letter? I'm still debating, Raid. Very debating. Okay, where the hell is Varric's quest? Seriously, where's Varric's quest? I've been wanting to do that for a while. I've kind of put it off.
Have you heard anything? Not yet. I'll let you know as soon as I do.
Hey, Far East. What, it's just in the hinterlands? I don't see anything in there. You're lying to me, Maraid. Oh, yeah, there it is. I just saw the codex unlock. Where's my codex? Letters and notes. Letters and notes. Letter from the hero of Ferelden. To her worship, Inquisitor Llewellyn. I wish I had helpful information regarding Corypheus, but due to my own limited training during the Blight, I know less of the ancient Darkspawn lore than do most Wardens. I am engaged in a search of my own. All Grey Wardens who do not fall in battle eventually fall to something known as the Calling, a magic that preys upon our own connection to the Blight and the Darkspawn. Rather than such foul magic eventually leading to my death, I have determined to find a way to negate this calling and save all Wardens from its effects. As I have little information to offer, please accept the accompanying gifts instead. If, in my quest, I find anything that may be of use in your fight against Corypheus, I will send it to you immediately. Yours, Warden Commander Amel of Ferelden. And I got some kind of item out of that. I'm not even sure what it was. Probably the Superb Ring of Fire Resistance, because that makes sense. Not quite, Braid. But let's just say that I've been writing Zagmus's story in the back of my mind, and he's working on something else right now. I'll leave it at that. There we go. masks. No, whatever. Let's give Cole the Bleeder of Souls. That seems appropriate, right? See you around, Raid.
Inquisitor.
Let's see what we have.
Okay, you say it's in the hinterlands. This is going to be the biggest load time of all, so I hope it is in fact here. I'll be right back while it's loading.
I am somewhat surprised you didn't follow Hawk to Weishaupt, Varric.
There's a lot of work to do, Seeker. We'll catch up when this is all over.
And Hawk's sister. She's still alive, isn't she?
Better be. Sunshine will go as soon as she hears. I'm sure of it. Hawk would rather we stay away, stay safe. That won't fly forever.
Inquisitor.
Here you go, Sigleaf. Eat up. Eat up. Thank you, Nick. I'm rather gratified by that as well, to say the least. It was boring, Wolfstar. Very boring. Because, basically after every third or fourth fight, even if you were in a dungeon, it would involve going back to camp, refilling your potions, and then going back out to fight, and going back to camp, refill your potions, go back, go fight, refill your potions. It just got old. It was needless busy work.
Started to think you weren't coming.
Nobody said you had to hang out in the creepy cave while you waited.
Well, I did wait, so let's make this quick. These idiots are carrying the red lyrium out in unprotected containers. We don't want to stick around long enough for it to start talking to us.
Why would the containers need to be protected?
Lyrium is incredibly dangerous in its raw form. It can poison or kill dwarves, and we're resistant to it. Sometimes it just explodes. No warning.
Basically, only crazy people mine lyrium.
The mining cast doesn't just sling it into a bucket. It's carried in special containers that keep it under control. And that's normal lyrium. The red stuff is worse. I wouldn't be surprised if most of their miners die just digging it up.
You seem to know more about the effects of red lyrium than most.
Varric told me plenty about what it did to him. And his brother.
How did you find this operation in the first place? There must be hundreds of Deep Roads entrances.
I've used this entrance in the past. Varric's not the only surface dwarf to explore the Deep Roads. Oh, I've got to admit, I was pretty surprised when I came here and found it full of humans.
We'd better get to work.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, this will be fun. Whoops, wrong way. But yeah, that's why I pulled off Nightmare. It was just dull, tedious, busy work to go back and forth and back and forth. Thing is, that could have been fixed with an out-of-combat regen, or some kind of health regen, but nope. No healing, screw you. Which is another reason why that was a negative for me. What is the OGB, Geth? Overly gross boss? I haven't seen any of those yet, thank God. That could be Wolfstar. Yeah, if I had a healer, out of combat healing, or... well, I guess that's it. One of those two things, then this, honestly, that would be several negatives of the gameplay removed right there. And it'd only be $20 to get that companion, because for some reason they never put stuff on sale on Origins DLCs.
This is what you do now?
Beg pardon?
Skulking around in caves, shooting guys. Is this your day-to-day?
I usually try to avoid the caves.
He doesn't succeed, but he does try. Yes, Geth, we've already met him. Talked with him, too. He immediately saw the anchor on our hand, even though we didn't have it visible. Which is how I knew it was him, actually, at first. He always was, Baronessa.
We need to seal that tunnel.
Yeah, ultimately, I just don't think they handled the healing situation the way they should have. That's really what it boils down to. Shrug, as they say. Cool, Selmas. Where are you setting it at? Or initially, I should say. Where are you setting it at? No spoilers yet, I haven't finished Inquisition. If you say something like, I'm setting it at the newly formed, you know, Tevinter, Imperium, and Kuhn Alliance.
Bogdan? He's in Navarra right now, selling my machine to wealthy landowners.
I heard some of the guild were trying to get you named a paragon for that contraption.
That's not gonna happen, even if I am 10 times the Smith Bronca ever was. A surfacer paragon? Never.
You also seem less crazy than
I
Bronca.
built these doors. They probably shut this one from the other side when they heard the ruckus we were making. Ta-da!
You've been here often enough to renovate the cave.
You already know I've used this entrance in the past. I don't know if Eric's told you, but the Merchants Guild is cutthroat. Literally. I built the doors to keep rivals from following me down here and arranging accidents.
All I know about Flemeth is that Kate Mulgrew is in this game. And that's all I want to know. I haven't seen her yet, that I know of.
Admit it. You've been waiting to do that since we arrived.
Of course I was. After you.
Creeping, we went to the future and saw how nightmarishly horrible it was, and then we went back to stop it. Rather logical when you think about it. Yeah, I don't care for the Dragon Age system personally. I've played with it a couple times. The critical D6 Dragon Dice system sounds like it would be useful, but it actually in practice is kind of crap.
Ever shooting people together?
Remember crashing Bartram's guild dinner?
What?
You might as well have shot him.
This isn't nearly as dangerous as pissing off my brother.
No. That could be Baronessa. But that could also have been the time travel thing. Really, Rory? What have you heard that's negative? Because speaking as someone who's played it a lot, I have nothing but positive things to say about it. Come on.
How long are you gonna be in Orlais, do you think?
As long as this weird shit is going on, at least. Maybe longer. Why?
You'll have to stop by before Bogdan gets back. You should see my new workshop.
I'll see what I can do. You know your family will kill me if I stop by, right?
They're not gonna kill you.
You always say that, and they always send assassins.
I like the chest overflowing with red lyrium that's growing out of it, by the way. I don't know, BRW Ghost. Do you like BioWare games? Real BioWare games. Oh, screw second edition. Puh. That's my response to second edition. Or AD&D, as we called it back then. Piece of crap edition. Hated that garbage. The only thing I liked about AD&D was playing a monk, and that was just because they were stupidly, ridiculously overpowered. Even that was kind of just, alright! I've worn out the fact that I'm stupidly overpowered. Now what?
There you are. You won't be able to use this entrance again.
Bianca.
You were the one who leaked the Tide's location.
It's not like that. Not entirely. Shit. When I got the location, I went and had a look for myself. And I found the red lyrium, and I studied it.
You know what it does to people.
I was doing you a favor. You want to know how this stuff works just as much as I do. I just wanted to figure it out.
How did you go from studying red lyrium to giving the location to Corypheus?
I found out that red lyrium... It has the blight, Varric. Do you know what that means?
What? The two deadly things combined to form something super awful?
Lyrium is alive, or something like it. Blight doesn't infect minerals, only animals. I couldn't get any further on my own, so I looked for a Grey Warden mage. Blight and magical expertise in one, right? And I found this guy, Larius. He seemed really interested in helping my research.
Larius.
So I gave him a key.
Larius? He was the Grey Warden we met in Corypheus's... Oh, shit.
Yeah, he was.
I knew something seemed off.
Corypheus.
I didn't realize until you said you found red lyrium at Haven. I came here and, well, then I went to you.
So, I suppose that's the hours of theory crafting we all spent on what red lyrium is answered. Red lyrium is lyrium that's been infected with the blight. Which means lyrium's alive.
That name means something to you, Varric?
Normal,
He
Sandy.
was at the Grey Warden prison where we found Corypheus. And he definitely wasn't a mage before.
You had to know we'd figure out what happened, Bianca. Why did you insist on coming with us?
Varric told me what people were doing with the red lyrium. I had to help make this right.
You couldn't have known what would happen.
Mafarath's balls, she couldn't. I told her exactly how bad this shit was. I told her to keep away from it.
I know I screwed up, but we did fix it. It's as right as I can make it.
This isn't one of your machines. You can't just replace a part and make everything right.
No, but I can try, can't I? Or am I supposed to wallow in my mistakes forever, kicking myself? Telling stories of what I should have done?
Ha! As if I would tell stories about my own mistakes.
Get a room, you two. Remember my theory about the fact that lyrium is a physical manifestation of the Fade? That sounds a lot more likely now, given what we've understood about that. This also explains why red lyrium is so virulent and affects people so horribly. It's got the frickin' blight!
Oh, for pity's sake, two just get a room?
Sorry, Inquisitor. We've done all we can here. Bianca, you'd better get home before someone misses you.
Varric.
Don't worry about it.
Get him killed, and I'll feed you your own eyeballs, Inquisitor.
Gee! Sandy, it's not out of anything. It's just there's that many pluses. Without an upper cap. Or a bottom cap, for that matter. Yes, that was Bianca. You know, the person. No, Naughty, it means the Red Templars are magically infused Darkspawn. Because, you know, lyrium in addition to Darkspawn. Which is appropriate since they're already Templars, so I guess that's just a match made in heaven, isn't it? Huh. You know, the funny thing is this actually brings up one truly huge question for me in all of this. If red lyrium is blighted lyrium, which would explain why it grows. You remember that primeval Tig, and how it was so old and so lost that we'd never even seen records of it? There's two possibilities here. One, it was from around the time of the first blight, and we just don't have any records of it. Possible. Two, there was blight, you know, there was Darkspawn before the first blight, which is when the primeval Tig became infected by it. Food for thought. That's everything in this area. I already killed the dragon, already did that. The dodge helps tremendously, yeah. Honestly, I'm not even sure I would have killed the dragons without dodge. And yeah, I agree. It helps combat a lot, but I'm still putting it as a negative overall, because it should be part of the default combat engine. There shouldn't be an ability you spend a talent point to get dodge for all the classes. And yeah, there's a mage and a warrior equivalent. There should be just a dodge button like there is in most action RPGs. Just my opinion. But I think that would improve the combat tremendously. Yeah, the vanguards get whoa. I need to do that quest. I don't know. No, not that one. No, not that one. I need to figure out where this is. Essence Containment Apparati. Where the hell are those? Pastite's Landing, Long River, and Storm Solitude. In the Storm Coast. Okay, so Storm Coast. Go to this place. God, there's still so many questions about the truth of the origins of Blight, Darkspawn, etc. Giant green thing laying on my chair. Storm, earth, fire, heed my call.
Inquisitor, if you have a moment. What is it? This could help us.
Nothing new. Okay. Oh wow, I haven't done anything here, have I? Yikes. Okay, lots of quests. Where's the one I actually care about? I mean, I care about all this stuff, and I'm gonna do all this stuff, but... there's a lot of red lyrium over there. Where's the... There it is. Yeah. It really wouldn't surprise me if the Kinari... Hey look! Varric's got a new thing. Yay! I still need to do Cole's quest. Yes, Sandy, this is still the first playthrough. Some people have asked me if this game can deserve to be in the art category, for those of you who know what I mean by that.
I cannot understand, Varric, how someone born into wealth and power would choose to live like a peasant.
Let's be fair. I live like a rich peasant.
You ignore your peers and spend your time among laborers and criminals in taverns.
I wish. These days, it's all outposts and marching.
You know perfectly well what I mean, darling.
Look, all those things you like about nobility, power, wealth, notoriety, those are the things I hate about it.
You have very peculiar tastes.
Just wait until you meet my friends.
Ahem. A game, by definition, cannot enter that category until I've played it at least twice. Bare minimum. Like, absolute bare minimum. So, for a bit of future reference. Speaking of which, I should have Cole's quest soonish.
Best tavern name you've ever seen. I'm torn between the bed and bucket and the bottom of the barrel.
Oh, that's a tough one.
I like bottom
I
of the
think I
barrel.
have to go with the neighbor's house for sheer balls.
That's a large dwarf statue. Was that? That was Blood Lotus. I don't need Blood Lotus. Yes, Sandy, that is a block of cheese. And he's got an Orlesian mask on, because that's the best shield I've got, and the best helmet I've got. Dragon Age Origins was an art game, creeping. Final Fantasy VI, Final Fantasy IV, Warcraft 3, Paper Mario 2. I'm trying to think of variety here. Earthbound. Super Metroid, Metroid Prime, both. I'm thinking in the top 20, I shouldn't limit myself so much. The top 20 is even better than the art category. But the point remains, all of these qualify. Oh, goody. Webs. Shadows of the Colossus is a tough one for me. I'd have to debate that one more. And that sounds like a dragon, because it is a dragon. Yep, that's definitely a dragon. fighting a giant. That's a dragon fighting a giant.
Let's try not to get eaten, shall we?
I didn't know giants were in this setting, like, alive and functional. Oh dear God. Wow! That hurt! Alright, hold up. I could kill that, but that's not the point.
Time since I was at sea.
I hope I still can pull this off. Okay. Yeah, apparently the giant didn't like me that much. I'm not sure why. I'm such a lovable fellow. Oh, I have never seen that plant before. I do affect whenever I actually get around to playing it. I don't have any comments as of this moment. Good question, Lycan. Don't know. Would be my answer. Damn it, I have to go through the frickin' cave of spiders. Or do I? Nothing here, nothing here, nothing here, nothing here, nothing here. Nothing here, nothing here, nothing here, nothing here, nothing here. Alright, tell me the giant's still there. Giant's still there! Perfect. So, Iron Bull. Want to kill a giant with me? Oh, jeez. Ready? Oh, too early. Ow! That should have killed me. That didn't for some reason. Holy moly. You know what? I save things like these for people like you. Giant's toenail. Aw.
You have seen a great deal of battle.
We all have.
Not all. Not like you.
You live and breathe war. You understand it. It is
That's
home
fun.
to you.
What's that supposed to mean?
I intended no offense. We have both seen terrible things. We have watched death and destruction render that which we love unrecognizable. It is calming to see something familiar in another.
Raise eyebrow. So this is a this is a an entry of a guy who was studying the giants, and excerpt note annotated below in a different hand. Last entry in the letters of Brother Estamar, his only recovered possession, likely because they were already flat. This archivist recommendation: remind the neophytes that the tale of Sister Dariel and the Wolves' Den is a metaphor. Lol, as they say. How do I cross this? Oh. No? What are you linking me, Baronessa? Wow. What do you mean, Rory? I mean, we have obviously not reached that decision point yet. So, yeah, I don't know what else to add to that. Power is used to accomplish operations and missions on the world map, and the influence you gain gains you perks with the Inquisition, which have gameplay benefits. Arrgh. Your links are YouTube videos I don't like, Rory. No offense. Other than by getting the buffs that increase your attributes, no, I haven't seen anything like that either. Why am I up here fighting alone? You guys deal with that. I'll be back here. Or just stand there? Ugh. You know what? No. Nope. 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 I've decided the answer is nope. Nice one, Kamek. Ugh. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Sorry, I was postulating something, guys. I haven't noticed it, really, Ziller. I noticed it at first, obviously, but it hasn't really come up since then at all.
I'm glad to have answers, but... shit. The second she showed up here, I knew. I let this mess happen. I gave her the Tig. I am not good at dealing with shit like this.
I don't think anyone is equipped any better than you are.
No, the point is... I don't deal with things. If Cassandra hadn't dragged me here, I'd be in Kirkwall right now pretending none of this was happening.
You realize that nothing has actually been stopping you from doing that.
I suppose you're right. Thank you for your help back there.
After all this, do you think you'll see Bianca again?
I always do.
I mean, she's on my back, like, half the time.
Your word.
Actually, it's funny you mentioned that, Sandy Joe. I was going to comment on how the handling of profanity is better than in Dragon Age 2. In Dragon Age 2, they did the I don't know how to write, so let's just add cuss words all over the place type of writing, where everyone cussed constantly and it lost all meaning or impact. In this one, they certainly do cuss more, and I'm not in huge favor of that, but at least they tend to use it more strategically, and it actually flows into the conversation better, rather than being just all over the place. Okay.
Inquisitor.
Raise eyebrow. It takes... I'm pretty specific about it, Kamek, as most people who have actual arachnophobia are. For example, I play WoW all the time, and that doesn't bug me at all. And there's tons of spiders in that game. In general, it tends to be the more likened unto real life they look, the more it bothers me. And the more fantasized they are, the less it bothers me, if that makes any sense. Like that giant nightmare spider thing, that didn't bug me at all. But, yeah.
I have requests for information on your lineage from a few interested parties at the Winter Palace.
Andraste preserve me. Feel free to use those requests as kindling.
No, I shall take them. I want to know who pines for our commander. We can use this to our advantage.
I am not bait.
Hush. Just look pretty.
But yeah, it tends to vary for me. For example, I love Return of the King in the Lord of the Rings trilogy. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. But there's parts of that movie that I literally cannot watch. I am incapable. When I saw it in the theaters, I had to actually do this trick, where you cover your eyes and your ears at the same time and completely block it out. I couldn't. It was sending me into conniptions. Genuine conniptions, you know. And I want to stress this, for those of you who don't understand, there's a difference between I don't like blah and I have a phobia of blah. A phobia is much worse, I can tell you from experience. And it's one of the reasons I have so much sympathy for people who have genuine phobias. You can't control it. You can't. Trust me, I've tried. I have tremendous self-discipline, but at a certain point you just lack the ability to deal with it. And so it's by its definition an irrational fear. Your body basically reacts violently to its presence. And yeah, enough said, as you say. Where... I haven't gotten the Iron Bull's quest yet, have I? It just occurred to me. That's because they're stupid, Githyank. I mean, we all know how few people bought the DLCs of Elder Scrolls games because of modding and huge full modding support. Now, not to talk about the healing again, but I wish it was optional. I know that's a daydream, but it would be really nice if when you started the game... I mean, there's already an option now for friendly fire on or off regardless of difficulty, right? Add an option for healing. Add an option that you set at the beginning of the game, can't change it, and it enables healing trees and mages and out-of-combat healing, or disables it. So you could play, and that way you have more customization, and I'm always a huge fan of customization for gameplay. So for example, you could play a Nightmare without healing if you want that true hardcore, interesting, fun experience, or if you want to play something that's still engaging mentally, but doesn't make you want to rip your teeth out or gets boring, you could play on Nightmare with healing, you know, etc., etc. If you want to just blow through the game because you just want to enjoy the story, you can play on casual with healing, etc., etc. But shrug. And Chemic, they say the engine is difficult to mod, although I actually personally know at least 2 people, and I'm sure they're not the only ones who are already working on modding this game. So, yeah. But the thing is, there is no real mod support with this one. I pushed it down to normal Ziller for the reason I already mentioned. And yeah, as someone pointed out earlier with regards to the spider thing, there's plenty of bug and spider Pokemon that don't even faze me. Doesn't even begin to cross my thing. It's just like, yeah, okay. I don't have anything to send Cullen on right now. Not really. I don't know, Baronessa. I'm gonna have to make you decide. I believe it, Venters. But I'm not 100 yet, so I can't even do it. I agree, Chemic. I was blown away too, and I'm almost surprised more people don't take that approach. The thing is, Bethesda's approach is much, much more difficult to actually do. In terms of coding, in terms of time and investment, and just irritation. It is actually very frustratingly difficult to build in mod support to such an extent the way that Bethesda does. But doing so is just such a huge deal for extending the lifespan of your game. I mean, the fact that people still play Oblivion and Morrowind to this day speaks to the modding community.
Inquisitor?
The Arcanist has arrived.
You should see for yourself.
It's Sandal. Come on, be Sandal. Please. Please. I mean, this is creepy and gross, but seriously.
Hello there.
Damn it. Wait. Ah! It should have been Sandal.
Let's figure out what you need.
It's Dagna. Yeah.
You're the magical advisor?
Oh, you're her. The Inquisitor. I'm Dagna. Arcanist Dagna. It's an honor, your worship. Is that it? The hand anchor mark? It's pretty. Reach was pretty too. In a destroy everything sort of way.
I welcome you to the Inquisition and look forward to your contribution.
Me too. I've heard some impossible things. I love impossible things. Those are the best to make, well, possible. I've looked at Harrod's devices. Precision is fantastic, but typical. Mundane. Old thinking. No disrespect meant to the classical trades, but you need a new perspective. I've made adjustments. As long as I keep making them, you can craft just about anything. Almost safely.
Awesome. Well, holy crap. I was, if you remember, I talked for a bit about the fact that I was really torn about what to do with Dagna, but it's awesome seeing the fact that this kind of paid off and things didn't go to hell for that, so sweet.
Where does a dwarf go to study magical theory?
Get out. I asked myself that question for years. Turns out, not in Orzammar. I had to start at a circle. I had help, though. A Grey Warden, and I am forever grateful. With that sanction, I visited a half-dozen circles. The wonders I've seen. And with an objective eye, I can spot where they overlap. That's a surprise for every teacher. It's a grand tradition, and it works so well with new thinking.
You seemed impressed by the anchor. What does it look like to you?
I heard what everyone says what you heard Coryphia say. That's a long chain of who said what's. To me, it says key. But keys do a lot of things. Open, lock, switch. Some open one thing, some open everything. It sounds like Coryphius made it to open. But it looks like you can use it to close. It may be that simple. It sure is pretty. Wish I could see through it.
Yeah, agreed, Shiryu. I really was not... I was almost positive I was making the wrong decision with her, but I made it anyways.
You were quick to join the Inquisition. Is there something you want?
How could I waste a chance to get close to you? And Coryphius? My goodness. And actual physical rifts in the Veil? Also dwarves? We don't dream. So when mages talk about it, I can only, well, dream what it would be like. So there's that, and all the things you'll probably find, and what I'll get to make. The rules are different here. Plus, you're paying me a lot. Like, wow, so much.
Well, we do have a lot of wealth flowing through here, thanks to our decisions.
What qualifies you to be an arcanist?
I took the title because I'm a magical researcher, philosopher, and master of practical application. And I like it. I can't actually do magic because I'm a dwarf, but that also means no risk of possession. Safer than a mage. It means that every skill I have, I've learned through reason and understanding. Coming from the Smith caste, I know the value of mastering a craft. Did you know dwarves invented enchanting? Probably.
What's that you do, exactly?
I was born to the forge. That's literal in the Smith caste. So the hammer and tongue, that's like a heartbeat. But you've a man for that already, and a good one. I'm here because of my passion for magic. Magical study, magical theory, magical enchantment, and through it, the manipulation of masterworks. I studied it all with an objective eye. No secrets, no fears. That lets me apply principles like no other. Maybe one other, but I don't have that wonky of a mind, so I still kind of win.
Raise eyebrow. Yeah, by the way, Chemic, that's how I was introduced to KOTOR as well. Hey, dude, you should play KOTOR. You get to play as Revan. That was pretty much exactly what the sentence was. Like it was more like you get to play as this Darth Lord Revan, and then blah 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 blah, and that's how KOTOR was introduced to me.
What's the story with enchanting?
Lyrium is the heart. In certain rational patterns, it beats like something alive. That's how I see it. So, a mage can make your weapons do things, but with the right runes, the right rarities, your toys become wonders. It's the one thing mages can't do. Drives them mad. Literally. Dwarves are resistant, so it doesn't affect us. Mostly.
You have the ability to make exceptional weapons and armor. Masterworks?
There's an art to the forge, as well as enchanting. You need an ear for it. And hands. Eyes, too. Nothing bad to say about Herod on that front. He's wonderful. But there's this little more needed. With the right bits, an edge can be more than an edge. Armor can do more than protect. A hue can be just a bit brighter. In short, smithing can be more. In short.
Ah, whatever.
Another time,
Of course. Bring me what
Yeah,
you...
hang on.
You were there. I have to know what it was like. The colors, the smells, the magic. I'm sorry, it's just so exciting. You went into the Fade. If you have time, Inquisitor, do tell.
I need to ask about this first.
You mentioned a Grey Warden who helped you start your studies.
Not any Grey Warden. The Grey Warden. The hero of Ferelden is a hero in Orzammar, too. It's incredible that someone like the hero of Ferelden would stop to help the little people. Literally.
Damn it, Dagna. You know, Ventures, I've been thinking that too. And the question that then comes to mind is he doing it willingly? Or unwillingly? Because both seem kind of likely when you think about it.
The Warden affected you in a special way.
Talk to anyone, they'll say the same. It was a dark time. There was one light. He saved us. Saved me.
Your years of study have paid off.
Yeah, we do, Raid.
The mage
Ferric.
said I brought a valuable perspective. I've even presented my work to the College of Enchanters. I wanted an exchange. The surface could learn about lyrium smithing, and Orzammar would gain knowledge of magic. But now there's no college. And so far as the Shaper is concerned, they're casteless. So You're getting my best work, Inquisitor. Let's make some great stuff.
You gave up so much, left your home. Was it really that amazing?
Yes. I left my home and my family, but I just knew I could be more than a smith. I wish my people weren't stuck in the past, and I regret that my father couldn't imagine another life for me. But I don't regret what I did.
All right, rein it in. You have work to do.
Right, sorry. I get carried away when I think of it. Ready when you need me.
Well, let's see what she can make, I suppose. But first, wow, I can actually increase healing, finally, on that one. I need Rash Vine. Whatever. Well, what can you make, my dear? Damn, I already have really good gear. Damn it. Can I make an awesome shield, at least? Shield of the Dragon? I mean, that sounds kind of cool. Oh, we don't have enough. Damn. I don't know, Sandy. It is a little bit odd. Oh wow, 100% chance of masterwork. So I guess this is how masterwork works. Increase maximum stamina by 10. Increase... That's... Wow, there's some nice stuff here. Don't worry, I'm giving it to Cassandra. Baronessa. Whew. I am torn. These are all good things. Let's go ahead and burn one of my dragon's teeth on it. Alright, guys. Time to roll the dice. 40% chance. Yes! Success! Awesome. What should we name Cassandra's new shield? What should we name it, guys? We could call it... No. Beat, wing. No, that doesn't really fit. Hello, Fat Squig. What do you think, guys? The Cassandra's killing you. What do you call it that? Ah! Wait. She's a tank, right? So... The look at me. Or what I used to do back when I PvP'd and tanked. Also, the Divine Aegis has two meanings there. One, it's a dragon wing, and two, because it's Cassandra. Unless I send Cassandra to become the new Divine. Still torn on that. I can do this all day. Wow, Sandy. How the hell did you manage that one? The Darkwing Duck. The I am the terror that flaps in the night. Ooh, I like that, actually. Considering the whole dragon-killing thing with Cassandra. I like that. Hopefully I spelled that right. I should actually try and make a Doom weapon for my tank. Congrats, Mraid. Damn it, I need so much more dragon bone. But where could I find dragon bone? You know, it's funny, there's console commands. And yet none of these actually do anything. It's just weird that there's even console commands in this game. Well... Oh, hey. I got some schematics. Superb Longsword of the Dragon. Which has another metal, so... Oh, so you can really boost the hell out of that. Ooh, very nice. Nice, Sandy. Well, whatever. I need more dragon bones to really make some good stuff there. So that'll wait. Okay, talk to Varric, talk to them. Still waiting on the coal thing, because that's what I want to do next. Oh, right. Let us sit in judgment. It is the judgment of this court that without possibility of reprieve or parole, you be taken from this place and sentenced to the rural mines on the outpost colony of Rurapenthe, there to spend the rest of your natural lives. And I just realized no one has any idea what I'm quoting. Who stands before the Lich
Mayor
King's
Gregory
judgment?
Dedrick of Crestwood is present for betraying his own constituents.
Ah, the mayor.
He confesses that, 10 years ago, he flooded Old Crestwood to kill refugees and villagers touched by the Blight. The mayor claims it was to spare the rest of Crestwood, but we only have his word.
I'm not going to romance anyone in Inquisition, Sandy. None of them strike me as romance-worthy.
If the mayor has anything to say in his defense, let him speak.
There's no cure for the Blight. But I couldn't convince anyone to leave a sick child or husband behind.
So you herded the infected into one place and flooded Old Crestwood? Were no innocents caught in the waters?
Nearly everyone in the village had the Blight. I swear it. Have mercy. I couldn't tell the survivors I'd drowned their own families to save them. I couldn't.
Oh, now I have the Ferelden throne. Now that I'm done. Oh, this is a tricky one. A key point here is that he's showing a general lack of repentance. He still insists that he did the right thing, either justifying it to himself or to us. Instead of talking about what a horrible thing it is he did, he just insists over and over that it was necessary, it had to be done, and blah 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 blah. Which, usually speaks badly on a person's character. So, what to do with you, little bug? That's also true, Exile. What I'm staring at is Fate Worse Than Death, Fate Worse Than Death, Death, and Total Unknown, with Exile being the Total Unknown. Well, since Gawa isn't here, Baronessa! What should we do? No, Elcor, hold it in their mouths, Githyank. Alright, I'm tired of the drums. Instead of drums, let's have something even better. And just see how many of you are paying attention to this thing right now. Why, Baronessa? Do what Joffrey would do? Oh, okay. Well, Baronessa voted, so this is not what I would do, admittedly.
The Blight was your undoing. Let it also be your means of redemption. I give you to our allies in the Grey Wardens, to fight Darkspawn until the calling takes you.
I don't deserve the honor, your worship, but I'll do my best.
That's admittedly one thing I was thinking as well, last Exile. But, whatever.
What's with scalding?
That's a Ferelden throne? God, why are all the thrones terrible? And no, Titan, that was Mario Brothers 2 music. Yeah, admittedly, it wouldn't surprise me if he died during the joining. That's another thing that was occurring to me, but we'll see. I assume I'll get a report about it soon. Speaking of which, I believe I should have a mission done soonish, which is the one I've kind of been waiting for. Eight minutes. Ugh.
You seem to enjoy yourself at the Winter Palace, Liliana. Or was that part of the game?
Perhaps it was both.
Raise eyebrow. Oops, I already did that one. We've received perks, Django. Just not that often. We're only like level 5 or something like that, or 8. We're low level in the Inquisition. I have not seen any yet, Shiryu, no. Oh, shoot. Well, okay. Well, you see, Baronessa, there once was a dwarf who believed that the best possible method of battle tactics was to hop towards the enemy and hug them as tightly as possible. Now, you think I'm making this up, but this is actually a thing in Faerun. It's a guy who has armor that has tons and tons of spikes on it. And he literally is, like, he uses his body and his armor as a weapon. He just charges at people and rams them and grapples them and just holds them up against the spikes of his armor. So, the hopping dwarves all formed because they saw his battle techniques and how well they were working. And, you know, it takes an incredibly disciplined mind to actually manage to withstand a charge by the hopping dwarves. So, you see an entire platoon of hopping spikes-studded dwarves hopping at you, knowing that if they get in melee range, you're going to have dozens of little pokey holes in you. It's pretty unpleasant. And God, the smell! Oh, the smell as you're dying, because, well, let's just say that they have stuff growing in their beards, and leave it at that. So, the hopping dwarves very quickly became a force to be feared. In fact, when they actually implemented the peace talks of 3872, they hey, Baroness knows what I'm talking about. The peace talks, they implemented a rule to state that the hopping dwarves and the usage thereof would actually be considered a war atrocity and therefore a war crime, simply to deploy them. So the hopping dwarves, but they couldn't get rid of the hopping dwarves because they were such an established part of the society, and it would have been a hugely political move. It would basically be political suicide in order to get rid of the dwarves. So instead, they had to keep them on the payroll and keep them as honored members of the military, but they could never use them in missions. And that's when things got really bad. To be continued in Part 2, The Great Hopping Dwarf Again of 2872. 5 minutes. I'm going to put a split in the local recording while I'm at it here.